Hey guys, so today I'm going to give my tips and tricks on the mobile game Superstar BTS, because basically after playing it for almost maybe 2 months now, I've basically almost mastered it. I've got 3 more songs on hard to do for 3 stars, but with the addition of new songs of course that might go up or down depending on how well I play at the game. But yeah, first of all I just want to give credit to a YouTuber called Tinfall, who I got inspiration for this video off, because I felt like this is the kind of stuff I want to do. I want to like give tips for stuff that I'm relatively good at myself, so yeah, so I can help you guys. But anyway, so my first tip would be to use do not disturb or mute any notifications of like social media and stuff, because when you're playing and you're having to like tap and everything, and if it's a fast song and there's like a lot of notes, you want to be able to see them all. So when you have like an email or a tweet, it makes it much more harder to see because obviously the notification is taking up all the room. So I would recommend using do not disturb, as it allows you to stop anything coming in whilst you're playing, especially if you're going for 3 stars, because the last thing you want is to fail the song because your phone freezes because of a notification or something like that. I mean, that's happened to me a few times, but hey ho, it's my fault for not turning it on. My second tip would be to use a smooth surface on your phone, or like at least not a rigid screen protector, because screen protectors are great and all because they stop your phone getting cracked, but they really hinder you when you're playing Superstar. My screen protector is awful, like it's really rigid, so every time I try and drag to a side it sometimes doesn't register, which is annoying as anything. See, I mean, you can't really help it I guess, but maybe just try and get a screen protector that's smooth. And some people use baby powder on your hands, but I don't think that's necessary because it just makes a mess in the end and it'll pile up and make your phone even worse. So yeah, try and use a nice smooth screen protector if you can get one. Obviously, I mean, I guess it isn't really that big of a deal, but just my advice and what I've noticed throughout playing this game. My third tip would be do not get demotivated or quit after misses when you're going for high scores in the league, for example, because you can still get a high score even after like maybe 1 or 2 misses. If you miss early on or late, it doesn't really affect it that much because all it does is add on the score and restart a hype wave or something. Whereas if you miss in the middle, okay, I can understand why people get demotivated, because you can't build up that hyper wave in time for the song to finish and get a high score, but you still can. But I mean, I've got plenty of high scores on songs by missing like 1 or 2. For example, in the gameplay Bulletproof, I missed 1, but I actually got my high score. So yeah, the only way I can see it possible for you to want to quit after missing 1 is maybe you can for 3 stars, but again, it's a waste of headphones. But yeah, try not to do what I do. Try not to quit basically, because sometimes you gotta lose to win, so you can get the practice. My fourth tip would be, again, this links to the last one, try not to get frustrated at the game, because obviously it's one of those games which can be quite tedious when it doesn't go your way. For example, if you know you've tapped on the screen to register and it doesn't register, and then you complain because instead of carrying on you've put your hands up and you're going like, what, how's that happen? But yeah, this game can cause that, but it's just, it happens, you've just got to accept it and move on really. If you are getting really frustrated and nothing's going your way, just have a break, because you don't want to waste headphones and then resort to buying more of emeralds, because that is not what you should do. Because otherwise, those emeralds can be used to get S cards in a really easy way if you just save them all. So yeah, just try not to get frustrated, and if you do get frustrated, just have a little break. Like, that's the best thing, which I would suggest doing. My fifth tip is really personal preference, but headphones help me personally if I'm in a crowded and public place with a lot of noise. It allows me to like block out everything else and then just focus on the game, as well as it helps me concentrate more on the game, and because you can hear the actual beats in your ears, I guess, so you can sort of understand what's going to come. For example, if it's going to be a holding one for like a yellow or a blue tapping beat map note, it doesn't matter that much, because if you're at home you don't really need headphones, because you have like 1-2 people maybe with you, and chances are they probably aren't in the same room as you when you're playing. So yeah, headphones are personal preference really. I mean, I use them only if I'm in public, or if it's too loud at my house or something, and I just want to use headphones. But again, it isn't really necessary. My sixth tip would be to do any daily missions and any special events. Right now there is a Spring Day event and a Fiesta event or something, which has just come out yesterday for when this video will go up. But yeah, these events you just want to do them because you can get easy cards and loads of good stuff which you'll need, like headphones, ribbon points, anything. You can get loads. For example, in the Fiesta you can get 50,000 ribbon points, and 200 diamonds. Diamonds are so rare. You normally have to buy them, so getting 200 diamonds just by playing the game it's an opportunity which you don't want to miss out on because you didn't log in, for example. Also, I would say keep your attendance up as long as you can, because you can also get good achievements for it. Like, I'm on my 75th day in a row coming up, so yeah, just keep doing it. It's not too hard. Just log on depending on what your time zone is. For me, I have to log on at 4 PM every day, doing challenges, and then go off if I don't want to play, but still it's fun to play, so I don't see why I'd have to force myself to play. My 7th tip is to play where you're comfortable. So if you're good with your thumbs and you can play with just 2 thumbs, then yeah, you can pretty much play anywhere, sofa, like chair, in bed. But if you're like me who uses fingers, you have to have it on a desk, you can really only play about 2 places, or 3. 1 on the floor, and then 2 at a table and 3 at a desk. They're literally it if you use fingers, but if you use thumbs you can pretty much be anywhere. But personally I use fingers, so just play where you're comfortable, because you don't want to play somewhere unnatural, because it might put you off when you're actually playing and cause you to miss easy ones when you're not paying attention. So yeah, play where you're comfortable, but again, this isn't really a tip, it's just my advice on what I would do to get better at the game. My 8th tip, this is probably the most important one, especially if you're going for 3 stars. You need to practice your songs. More than likely, you are not going to be able to go straight into the song and get 3 stars. Sometimes you can because you've played harder songs and you expect this one to be harder, but once you go in, it's much easier and you do it first time. But that doesn't mean you should just abandon it forever, because if you ever come back to it, you might never be able to do it again. Just keep practicing songs, even songs you've already done, because it builds up your knowledge of what to expect in the game, and it also allows you to be more familiar with what kind of notes tend to occur in certain types of songs. So if it's a rap song, you'll probably see a lot of blues. If it's a more calm, peaceful one, there'll be a lot of yellows. But yeah, it just helps you in the long run, because practice obviously makes perfect. So if you want to get a high score and you want to get 3 stars, do keep practicing the same songs. Maybe new ones, it depends. Just practice makes perfect, so that's all I can really say for that. My 9th tip is do your league songs very early on. What I mean by this is, most people who want to get top place in the league have 5 set songs, which they do, which always give them guaranteed a high score. So for me, Burn / Fire, Spring Day, Lie, Tomorrow, and the new song that's just come out, which is No More Love or something. Or do 5 songs which you're comfortable with and you know you can get a high score, and try not to change. I mean, throughout the week you might actually find that you do a different song, and then obviously that's easier for you if you're good at a new song which you've never played before, really. But stick to 5 songs and do them straight away, so then you don't become under time pressure near the end of the week where you've not done any songs or any good songs which could result in you getting relegated or not going up in the league. So do 5 fixed songs every Sunday or whenever it resets for you guys. But that's why I tend to do it maybe an hour after it resets, and then obviously through the week I'll try and do even better. Like currently I'm on 8.3 million I believe, so as I'm only in Silver 2 and I'm 5th or something, I've got a really tough league. But yeah, do your league songs early on. And my final tip would be familiarise yourself with the lyrics to the songs, because as you know, Superstar doesn't play the whole song for when you actually play. So what I'd say about this is go on YouTube or Spotify and just listen to the song which you want to do, so you can sort of know the lyrics. I mean, you don't have to listen to it many times, maybe 3, and then you'll be in your head, so when you go into the game you'll have an advanced sort of knowledge on what kind of song and what will pop up. So yeah, just listen to the songs elsewhere, don't just play the game and not listen to the songs, because you're only getting half of it really out of that. Just try and listen to the songs. I mean, even if you're not a fan but you just like the game, listening to the songs will help you. And personally, for me anyway, once I started listening to Bulletproof, it allowed me to complete Bulletproof 3 stars on hard, because I could predict what was coming up without getting too nervous and worried about when will the song end. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this video, and hopefully this has helped, some of these tips. And if you want me to do more in-depth ones, just let me know in the comments, because there's a lot of things I could talk about. But yeah, thanks for watching, and again, credit to Timform for the inspiration, which I'll link in the bottom. But yeah, hopefully you guys can get high in the leagues and get better at the game. So thank you and goodbye.